Ethan lives in a small southern town where everybody knows everybody's business, and he can't wait to graduate and get out of there. He and his dad are still coping with the loss of his mother a few years ago, and he's haunted by dreams of a beautiful girl he's never met. Then one day, that beautiful girl walks into class. Lena has problems of her own, including a magical ability that she's trying to keep hidden, because when she turns 16, she'll have to make a terrible choice. Beautiful Creatures, Book 1 of the Castor Chronicles by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. In the opening chapter of Samurai Shortstop by Alan Gratz, high schooler Toyo has just watched his father cut off his uncle's head with a sword. And then his father turns to him and says, "Someday you will do that for me." It's Japan, 1890, and samurai warriors have just been outlawed. But Toyo's uncle would rather commit suicide than live in a world where there are no samurai. Now Toyo is adjusting to a new school where he's bullied, and the seniors won't let him play baseball, his favorite game, as well as taking secret samurai lessons. Will he be able to convince his father that he can live in a world without the samurai? Let me tell you about the book Across the Universe by Beth Revis. In it, Amy and her parents have agreed to be cryogenically frozen and put on a spaceship that's going to travel for 250 years to populate a new planet. But Amy is unfrozen 50 years too soon before they've landed. She meets Elder on the ship, and together the two of them are going to try to figure out why was she unfrozen too soon, and why are other people being unfrozen and murdered. Brody had hoped he was just seeing things, but no, there really was the ghost of a girl hovering over him. She told him he's the only person who has been able to see her in years, and now she needs his help. She wants to get into heaven by tracking down a serial killer. And by the way, since Brody has supernatural powers, he should train with the ghost of a dead samurai warrior. Just a typical day. Brody's Ghost by Mark Crilly. Levi's older brother, Bo, is finally home from the war. He spent 3 years fighting as a Marine in the Middle East. Levi is glad his brother is back because it's been a long 3 years. He's been struggling through high school with the help of his two best friends, always being referred to as the brother of the war hero. He hopes things can go back to normal now. But when Bo returns, he's not normal. He's different. He stays in his room for days on end, and he's planning some kind of trip. He's secretive about it. So Levi decides if he wants to get to know his brother better, to find out who he was and who he's become now that he's returned from the war, he's going to have to follow him on that trip. The Things a Brother Knows by Dana Reinhardt. In the society, officials decide everything for you, from where you will live, to what you eat, to what job you will have, to who you will marry. Cassia has just been matched with her best friend Xander, and she feels it's a perfect match. She knows him, they get along great, this is going to be good. However, she sees for a brief moment the face of another boy from her school on the matching screen. And even though the officials assure her it was a mistake, he's not your match, Xander is. Despite herself, she starts to fall in love with Kai. Now she has an impossible choice, Xander or Kai. But along the way, she's also learning some other things about the society that aren't as perfect as they would like her to believe. Matched by Ali Condi. Jazz, booze, and boys. They're a dangerous combination. In Vixen, the first volume of the Flappers series by Gillian Larkin, Gloria, 17, rich, kind of bored, is engaged to wealthy Sebastian Gray, but she really wants to just sneak off at night to dance and sing in the speakeasies. Her lily-white cousin Clara has come in on the train from Pennsylvania, ostensibly to help with Gloria's wedding. But Clara isn't as goody two-shoes as she seems. She's hiding a few secrets. And then there's Lorraine, Gloria's best friend. But Lorraine is tired of hanging out in Gloria's shadow. And when Clara starts falling for the guy that Lorraine likes, heads are going to roll. Bruiser by Neil Shusterman. Bruiser is the kid in school no one talks to. Everyone hears disturbing rumors about him. He has no friends. But Bronte sees something in him that no one else does, and they've started dating. But there's a reason, as Bronte finds out, why he has no friends. Because when Bruiser starts to care about you, impossible things start happening. And she knows because they're happening to her and her family.